What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Nikki here, and in today's video I'm going to be going over my best and worst stock investments in my dividend portfolio, and you already know the drill. Let's get it.
Ooh, big bag. You not talking money, you can miss me with the chit chat. I'm not with the rah-rah.
Alright, y'all, so it's not a bad thing. It's actually quite a good thing to admit your wrongs. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about the wrongs that I have made in my dividend portfolio. And I emphasize the dividend portfolio only because my Robinhood growth portfolio is a bit of a hot mess, which even though I have took out some pretty nice profits on the few holdings of mine, I will be doing an updated video on that probably next week or the week after. So if you're into that, if you're into stocks, if you're into this whole shebang, make sure you are subscribed. Okay, let's just get that out the way. And the way I'm going to categorize these best stocks in this dividend portfolio is anything that has given me a 70% or higher return on my investment. Now, that's not including the dividends, because if I were to include the dividends, then I would be basically just going over my entire stock portfolio again, which if you are interested in seeing that, I did it recently. I will link it down in the first comment below that you could check out after this video, but that is how I'm categorizing these best. So I do have 5 stocks that have given me over 70%. And just one final little disclaimer, tiny little thing I want to mention is that this is being recorded like a week to maybe a week and a half before it actually goes up. So if you see this video and you're like, sis, that is not the price of this stock right now, just know that's what it is as of this recording. I am recording on a Saturday on a weekend, and we'll see what happens. But just so you guys know, I don't expect these numbers to change drastically in the meantime. But anyway, you guys, let's get into it. Now, let's just rip the band-aid off, okay? I always like to get the bad news first. So the bad is honestly not that bad. And look, every single person has losers in their portfolios. I know it's hard to see with all these stock market YouTubing professionals who seem to almost never lose and just continue to throw stacks and stacks into the market and make insane amounts of money. But I'm gonna go ahead and open that little bit and let you guys go ahead and see what is performing worse in this portfolio. But I am pretty lucky because I did start investing real seriously when March of 2020 hit, which now that I know what I know, looking back at that, that's insane what we saw in March and April of last year. Just absolutely crazy. But luckily, I guess for me, is that's when I became very serious and started adding a lot of my money into the market. So I do think that's why currently my losers are not even that big, because I got in at pretty much the lowest we've seen in a very long time. But with that being said, you guys, let's get into these stocks. So the worst performing stocks, 5 of them. I picked 5 and it's not great. And I'm gonna let you guys know like my smallest loser to my biggest loser. All right, guys, so my first loser here is Alaska Airlines. I'm down 0.17%, which equates to basically 17 cents. I have 2 shares at an average cost of $65.53, and they're currently trading at $65.45. Then the second one is Verizon. It's actually one of my favorite paying dividend companies, one of my favorite stocks that I hold, but I am down 0.69%, which is $3.20 overall. I have 8 shares at an average cost of $57.70, and it's currently trading for $57.30. Then a company that I mentioned in my last video that I need to be picking up on this dip is NEE, Next Era Energy. I am down 4.90% for a total of $7.46 down. I own 2 shares at an average cost of $76.06, and it's currently trading at $72.34. Then we have AT&T itself is making the list of one of my worst investments. I did just do an entire video about AT&T and what I think about this whole dividend cut and kind of new merger spinoff company. I will go ahead and link that also down in the first comment below that you could check out after this video. I am down 6.9% for a total of $54.26 lost. I currently have 25 shares at $31.44 for an average cost, where it's currently trading at $29.27. And then the last one, my worst investment yet, is KAR. It's Car Auction Services, and this one does not pay a dividend, so it really shouldn't even be in this portfolio, but it is what it is, and your girl made a mistake. But I am down 7.7%, which is $22.80 total. I hold 15 shares at an average cost of $19.75, and it's currently trading at $18.23. So if we add all of this up, that brings my losses, and I keep quoting this, you guys, because it's never a gain and it's never in loss until you sell, okay? Until you sell. But that comes to $87.89. So out of these companies, Alaska Airlines, Verizon, NextEra Energy, AT&T, I will definitely be adding into my positions and bringing down my average cost. And out of 47 total holdings in my portfolio, I'm losing on 5, which I think is pretty good. And car auction, I will not be investing any more into that. I'm gonna kind of see how it goes, and you know, we're just modifying that a little bit. So I wouldn't say that's one that I'm technically wanting to continue to add to at this current point, but the other ones definitely want to. And the other ones all do still pay a really good dividend. AT&T, just watch that video and you can see my take on that. But the dividends really make up for this. And that's why we love dividend investing, right? Like, we could have a bad investment, but still maybe break even, or in the long run, obviously, make a very good amount of dividend income, plus some return on our investment in the long run, as long as the company just doesn't absolutely tank, blow up, and be crazy. I'm okay with holding these and adding more. Now, let's get into the bright side, the positivity, the good vibe. And let's talk about my best investments. All right, y'all, so let's get into my 5 best investments, okay? So the first one, which is the less of the 5, is going to be JPM. I'm up 79.52%, which equates to $294.91. I currently have 4 shares at an average cost of $92.71, where it's currently trading at $166.44. So the next one that's on my best list is American Express. I'm up 79.55% for a total of $438.61. I currently have 6 shares at an average cost of $91.89 when they're currently trading at a flat $165. Then third on the list, one of my favorites is Target. Now I am up 121.43%, which equates to $380.60 with my holdings of 3 shares at an average cost of $104.47 when they're currently trading at $231.44. Golly! Target out here just grinding. I mean, what is going on? That's crazy. And you know, I always look at these because I want to add more, but it's like, the prices are so high. It's hard to do. So we gotta wait for those red days, and dropping $230 on 1 share of a stock is, I don't know, it's getting up there. Next on the list, you guys, is Discover Financial Services. I am up 149.15%, which equals $369.30 of gain for my 5 shares at an average cost of $49.52 when they're currently trading at $123.38. Then this final one is one of my all-time favorite growth babies. Okay, I did a whole video on it. Actually, you can watch this video right here and click that. You can check it out. It's absolutely my favorite. I'm super bullish on it. But you guys, that one is going to be Peloton. Now, I am up 185% in Peloton, which equates to $468 for my 7 shares at an average cost of, get this, $36.14 when they're currently trading at $103.01. Now, Peloton hit at one point $165, and I mean, if it got to that level, I might think about selling. I'm not really sure, but it is what it is. In my Robinhood portfolio, I have 16 shares over there, so extremely bullish on this one, you guys. They've taken a hit with some liabilities, some legalities, so we'll see what happens with it, but I'm still long-term on this one. So these 5 shares make up a total gain, and I say that again because I haven't sold anything and gotten that money, of $1,951 of my overall gains in my portfolio. And like I said, this does not even include the sweet dividend, okay? These don't include the dividends. So, I mean, Peloton doesn't have one, okay, whatever. But even that being said, the dividends from these other companies, that's without adding that in there. So my best investments have paid for my worst ones and then some. So I've been pretty lucky, but it's very, very cool and very interesting for me to see how this portfolio has gone over the last year and a half at this point. So you guys, what is your best and worst investment? Let me know down below. What mistakes have you made? What have you learned? I mean, this is a community for us to learn and grow together, which reminds me, if you are not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing by hitting the NB in the bottom corner or the red subscribe button down underneath the video below. Join the crew, join the journey. I post 2 videos a week on this channel about stocks, money, investing, finance, you know, just making money and having a good ass time. So if you're into that, let's hang out. And if you don't mind smashing the thumbs up for your girl, it really helps the channel grow. It's a goal of mine. If you could do that, it's a free way to support the channel. And you already know, if you have made it this far, you are my most favorite people in the entire world. Come here, you know I love ya. And like always, you guys, enjoy the journey, whatever your journey is. Always remember to do what sets your hearts on fire, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, guys.